Welcome to 2 cents Short of a Dollar, the show where we give our 2 cents and keep it 100. We're your hosts. That's Motizz. I'm Rue. Today I want to talk about some stuff in the NBA. It kind of had me thinking recently. So, coming off the championship, the Denver Nuggets won the championship. Nikola Jokic was the Finals MVP. People were talking about, after he won the final MVP, that he should have been the regular season MVP. Now, to me, the two don't really correlate, but I feel like, they were taking jabs at Joel Embiid, right? But it kind of just got me thinking about, finals MVPs over the past couple years. So I think we're going to get into that. But actually, I saw something interesting. There's these videos that I've been seeing on YouTube. I forgot the name of the page, so I can't even credit them for it. But I kind of want to just throw like some names at you real fast. I'm gonna throw 5 names at you, and I want you to put them in order without knowing who comes next. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if I give you a name, you got to place them anywhere between 1 and 5, but you don't know who comes next.
Okay. All right.
Gotcha. All right. So I'm gonna start off with Jokic 2023.
And you said between 1 and 5?
1 and 5, but you don't know who comes next. So you gotta think about this wisely.
Do I got an option to opt out of that, or do I have to place whatever name you give me?
You have to place them somewhere between 1 and 5.
1 and 5. I want to say, dang, that's a good one, because then now I'm thinking like, who are you gonna say next? You might say Iguodala next. 3.
Okay, so you're gonna put Jokic at 3, right in the middle. Okay. Then what about Kevin Durant from 2017? He was on Golden State at that time.
Yeah, he was on Golden State that time. He averaged about 35, about 8 and 5. He went crazy, knocking down clutch buckets against Cleveland Cavaliers. The biasness in me don't want to give Kevin Durant no credit, but if I'm just being objective, of course, the Golden State Warriors team, they were a far superior team than the Cleveland Cavaliers team, right? They were just loaded, arguably the best assembled team in NBA history. But if we're talking about just performance and just that name covered it with the performance aspect, I'm probably going to put KD at 2.
Okay. KD at 2, playing it safe, keeping that number 1 spot open. Okay. Giannis 2021.
Giannis number 1.
Giannis number 1.
Yeah, he has to be above KD. I would have to put him above KD because he also averaged 35. He put up about 13 boards and damn near 6 assists.
Okay.
On an injured knee that got hyperextended, right? The series before that against a Phoenix Suns team, a tough Phoenix Suns team.
Okay.
Right. So, yeah, I'll have to put him above Kevin Durant. Now, if you say the next name, it cooks my whole list.
Okay. Right now, I'm going to give you Kawhi Leonard 2019. Toronto Raptors.
Okay. That's the 4th name so far, right?
That's the 4th name so far.
Yeah, I'll have to put him 4th.
You have to put him 4th? Okay. Yeah. And the last one, I got LeBron 2016.
Oh, he's going to do that. Yeah. He should be. He's number 1. I would put him number 1 just because of the magnitude. Because he averaged about what? I think 30. He averaged 30.
Yeah, he averaged about 30.
8, led the team in every statistical category. The clutch plays, that clutch block, Kyrie was playing bonkers, phenomenal. Yeah. So and coming back from 3-1, that has to mean something.
Yeah,
right. Even when we're looking at the numbers, that plays a part of it as well, right? That plays part of the story, right? So, man, yes, I lost the game already, right? Because he only fills in that last spot. But
anyway, I thought it would be cool to kind of like throw that out. But what I actually do want to talk about today, in all actuality, is the last 10 Finals MVPs. But I want to give them, like, I want to discuss the Finals MVPs, but I kind of want to encompass their entire playoff run and see which was the best.
So you want to encompass just their whole playoff run. Okay.
To give you an example, Dirk Nowitzki, right? When he won the championship, he was Finals MVP. But to me, probably the best playoff run I've seen from an individual superstar, right? So you get what I'm saying? So he won the Finals MVP, but his entire playoff run, I just thought was immaculate. So I kind of want to go over. Yeah, I want to go over the last 10 Finals MVPs and kind of just put them in order 10 through 1.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you want me to start, You want to
I'll
start?
let you start since you just had me kind of do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can
Okay.
start.
Number 10 right off the back. I got Andre Iguodala.
Right.
Right.
And I already know what's gonna come next. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So next, I will go Kawhi Leonard on the Spurs when he won the Finals MVP.
Okay.
Um, both of them similarly, I think they won it for the defensive efforts on LeBron James. I think Iguodala might have even averaged single digits. Don't quote me on that, but he didn't have
Okay.
an impressive output. Okay,
Okay.
so I would go Iggy, Kawhi, and then after Iggy and Kawhi, who am I gonna go? I'm gonna go LeBron 2020, the bubble year.
Okay. Okay. So you're gonna go to bubble year. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to bubble year. Then I'm gonna go Kevin Durant 2018. So
Okay.
the second year of the back to back, not the first year that he got there.
You're gonna go. Okay. The second year, not
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah.
You're gonna
So
go
when they went to the finals against like LeBron, and I think that was
when
the
they
Isaiah
swept them.
Thomas team. Yeah.
Yeah. When they swept Cleveland. Okay.
Yeah. So I will go him. Then I will go Steph Curry from 2022 versus
Okay.
the Celtics. So I think Steph did his thing right against the Celtics. He balled. But in the conference finals, I think they had a Mavericks team led by Luka, who's an amazing player, but I don't think that was a really great team. Before that,
Okay.
they beat the Grizzlies, and I think they beat the Nuggets. So I'm going to give them credit because I mean the Nuggets are the champions, right? But I do think the team was still developing. There were a few pieces away. So I'm
Okay.
gonna go Steph there, right?
Right.
So now I'm gonna get into what is my top five. This one might shock you, but I
Go
got
ahead.
Giannis from 2021.
So Giannis is fifth for you.
Giannis is fifth for me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then after that, I would do Jokic this year, 2023. I would do Jokic number four.
You got Joe. Yeah, this is shocking. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is definitely shocking. Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
Number three, I go Kevin Durant, 2017.
Okay.
Number two, I'm gonna go LeBron, 2016.
Okay.
And then number one, that leaves Kawhi Leonard, 2019.
Okay.
So and then so I know Kawhi might be a shocker, but if you encompass his playoff run, I thought the degree of difficulty, I think having to go through that 76ers team in the second round with Jimmy Butler, I think that was a
Absolutely.
difficult win. Then having to go against Giannis in the conference finals, that was a difficult win. And I think going against the Warriors, even though I know the Warriors end up getting injured, but there were times out there where Steph and Clay were out there for the majority of that series. And I think Steph and Clay have proved themselves to just always be formidable when those two are out there.
Okay. 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 I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
which makes sense because you'll hear my list. Kawhi's pretty high up on my list. If I'm
Yeah,
being
yeah,
honest.
yeah. Okay. I'll let you go, and then if you want to ask me any questions about my list, I'll let you go after that. But what's your list looking like?
So my list. Let me go ahead and so I have similar to you. Starting from the bottom up, I guess I'll start that way, even though it's going to be kind of weird for me because the names that just comes up to mind is like just starting from the bottom, top down.
Mhm.
Pause. So Iggy is at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Then you have Kawhi when he was with the Spurs, of course.
Hmm.
Then after that, I probably may go with. Damn, it gets tough. I'm gonna go with 2018 Kevin Durant,
Okay.
Golden State Warriors, right? Just the run. After that, I'm gonna go with LeBron 2020 bubble.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go with LeBron 2020 bubble. Um, mm, I see that one's a little tweener. That one's a weird one because you know how I feel about the bubble. I
Yeah.
felt like the bubble was tougher than people really think. Right? I think it was a level playing field. I don't think it was easy. Right?
Yeah.
But for now, let's keep LeBron there. Afterwards, I'll probably go with. Dang, I ain't gonna lie, KD was killing though in 2017, bro. But if we're talking about just not even finals performances, just encompassing actually just the whole playoff, I'll probably go with 2017 Kevin Durant.
Hmm.
Um, then afterwards, I'm gonna go with 2022 Stephen Curry. right, with that Golden State Warriors team, because I think people kind of slept on Golden State, especially with the previous years after KD left. They kind of went to a dark stage, right?
Yeah.
And the way Steph was performing even throughout the year, like I think he became even more transcendent. Afterwards, I'll probably go with Giannis. I'll go with Giannis playoffs run.
Okay.
Dang, you see, I'm gonna go with Giannis. I'm gonna stick to my gun. I'm gonna go with Giannis. I'm gonna go with Joker, right? Because what Joker did throughout the playoffs, bro, he averaged like what throughout the whole play, like 30, like 9 assists, like 13 rebounds, bro. And then he did, of course, he had Jamal Murray with him,
Yeah.
right? But the competition also wasn't just like the way he dominated the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
The way so
Phoenix.
exactly Phoenix, with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Yeah, CP3 was hurt, but I don't think they would, even with CP3, I don't think it would have been a huge difference. So I have Joker there, then I have Kawhi, then I have LeBron as number one.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean that Kawhi run was crazy. Now LeBron, I get it because just that Warriors team, and I'm good with LeBron at number one because just beating that Warriors team could just shift the whole thing. I guess the difference for me was I think they had to beat the Hawks that year and the Toronto Raptors with DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. So the entire run, I kind of nodded Kawhi because I think degree of difficulty for the entire run, but I'm not mad with LeBron being number one.
You know why? I would have put Kawhi number one, but the reason why I didn't give him number one is because of just the finals.
Got you.
I felt like with the injuries and all, I feel like
Okay.
I can't overlook that. Like it's a fact that team that they beat just wasn't a healthy team.
Yeah, I
versus LeBron, like fully loaded, and you came back from a 3-1 deficit. Which I believe in that up until that point, I felt like Kawhi's performance against that Philly was phenomenal. The way he was playing as Philly, up until that point, I think he was kind of ahead versus Cleveland LeBron right at that point in time. So I had him ahead, but I think the way LeBron finished in that finals kind of just slightly puts him ahead of Kawhi, in my honest opinion. So that's why I have him ahead.
I respect that. And I guess the last thing on this topic, do you think they should give out the regular season MVP before the playoffs start? Because
absolutely,
because it's starting to blur lines, in my opinion, right?
Yeah,
because like I said, everyone's dinging Joel Embiid like, oh, he's not the real MVP. Look, Jokic is the real MVP, but it's just a finals award. It doesn't matter. Jokic is the champion and the finals MVP, already 2 times MVP. I'm good with Embiid winning it this year, but I think if they would have gave him the trophy right as the season ended before the playoffs start, we wouldn't be having these discussions about, was Jokic robbed out of another MVP? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I 100% agree with you when you talk about the blurred lines between regular season and postseason, right? Because then people start taking some of the performances in the postseason and start using that as a justification as to why you should or shouldn't award that player as MVP, right?
Exactly.
And we know MVP is a regular season award.
Yeah.
So